Welcome back to the episode. Um, Friendly reminder, like, comment, and subscribe. Greatly appreciated. Today is March 4th. Can't believe it's March already. We are literally, it's the last week of the college basketball regular season. Michigan able to handle business and win the Big Ten championship, regular season championship, beating down on Illinois last Friday. But we'll talk about what they got coming this upcoming week, playing at Iowa tomorrow on Thursday, 8 o'clock. And then got State coming to the Breslin Sunday afternoon to cap things off. Then after that, we'll talk about our Pistons. Um, they've been playing well, playing tough. Got Isaiah Stewart back, but three-point shooting is looking to become a problem. Spacing looking to become a problem. So there are definitely some chinks in the armor starting to kind of show. So we'll dive into that a little bit as well. But kick things off, E. Just wanted to see what your thoughts were, starting off just with the Illinois game, what you liked, and we'll go from there.
Yeah, no. So I guess first and foremost, congratulations to the squad. I think they've been head and shoulders above the Big Ten all season. They had a partial lockup like a week and a half ago. So I think
Yeah,
just to go mathematically have a partial lock in like mid-February and then officially get it done. First, a pretty good ass Illinois team. They're sitting there at 22-7, top 10 team. They are got some weapons on their squad. So I think, and you were on the road. So all positive signs for the squad. Just not a bounce back win coming off the Duke loss because you had that Minnesota game squeezed in between, but your next big time game on the road, a team that would doesn't need a signature win, but if they get you, it definitely improves their resume. Probably shoots them up a seed or two in the tournament.
yeah,
I think those are all things that we had working against us. But very efficient night. 53% from the field as a team, 36% from three, a handful of blocks. Everybody looked good, and then obviously we have the catastrophic news about Kaysen coming out of that game. That'd be the only downfall as far as just ramifications of what happened at that game, and it just a ripple effect through the rest of the season. We'll have to see how things shake up and adjust with him falling out of the lineup due to injury. But overall, man, right where we want, best case scenario for where I would have thought this team could be, and right where we want to be. You're sitting there still fighting for a number one overall seed. A couple of big, one big tournament, not big tournament, I'm tripping. One big game to come up against a rival to end the season here this weekend. So,
yeah,
looking to get a cap on that 29th win. I know that.
yeah. No, it's great to be able to lock that up. I mean, I don't know. I can't think of the last time I've seen a. I mean, I can't think of the last time I've seen Michigan maybe lock up the regular season championship with like you said, like a full week left in the regular season. I think it's kind of rare overall, that a team is
Yeah.
able to do that. So that just shows how elite Michigan has been this year. Only had one conference loss, if I'm not mistaken. Was that to what Wisconsin when they just were shooting the lights out?
Mm-hmm.
Um, so yeah, I mean they've been able to pretty much handle.
17-1.
Yeah, okay, yeah, they've been able to handle business. Up until this, from here and just really put themselves in a in a spot to probably won't be the number one overall seed unless Duke just kind of fizzes out in the conference championship week. But definitely be you know a one seed definitely be a one seed. I think they've looked about as complete as can be. I mean, you like the response. They looked a little. From what I saw, looked a little sleepwalking a little bit against Minnesota, which Minnesota is not that great. But I just like how they're able to go into Illinois and they'll just kind of do that to teams too. They jumped on state at state. I feel like there are some times where they get on the road, and I feel like they kind of just really get like down to business for the most part. Had a
Yeah.
pretty good showing when they had to go out to I think it was like Washington and Oregon. Obviously not the greatest teams, but road games and the Big Ten, they can be tough. So it'd be nice to have another test on Thursday.
Yeah.
To kind of see how they're able to respond.
I'm going to mess this stat up completely, and I know we're not stat nerd guys like this, but I thought this was an interesting stat. It was essentially how explosive your team is, and it's their ability to go on a 10-point positive run. And we are in all the NCAA. We are far away the best team to do that. And they're saying that that's the sign of a team. Like you said, you jump on teams. You can close. You can get out ahead of a team and start putting your foot on their neck, their boot on their neck by just relentlessly scoring baskets. Or if you have to cut into a lead quickly, you can easily do that because you can. The amount of 10-point swings that we're having are phenomenal. I guess 10-point positive swings.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was also one of the categories that they say the team that always wins the championship literally typically leads or almost is a leader in that category. Yeah, man, it's I don't know if you want to speak on LJ Kaysen and just kind of his loss
Yo,
and yeah.
yeah, no, no, it's tough,
But I
man. Yeah,
think
it's tough. Play looked cool. He's able to go through his legs, and made a nice play, kind of saving the ball before we went out of bounds. Um, but yeah, once you saw him a little gimpy, he was kind of hoping that it was going to just be a hyperextension, something like that. At least that's what it looked like first glance. But I think we told this before. Like this, is like the timing. I mean, I just hate seeing players, getting hurt towards the end of the season. Kind of put themselves like he's not gonna be available until probably like 20. What? I mean, he's not playing. Probably
maybe like January. Yeah.
maybe. Yeah. I mean, I think sometimes I feel like the ACL in basketball takes a little longer than it does in football. Just given the difference in like playing field or surfaces and all that. So I'm almost like just you
The whole
probably get a
season.
medical, red shirt,
Mm-hmm.
and come back 2028, 2029 season. That sounds crazy to say, but yeah. I mean, I think got some guys that need to step up. McKinney, now this is where it's like Kenny, you gonna get in that lottery. You going to show out like a lot of these other freshmen been showing out.
Now's your
Uh,
time.
Now's your time to shine. Probably be the first guy, second guy off the bench. Shooting the ball well. Now it's time to start getting into the cup, put some pressure on the defense. But it was just tough. See Case, I mean, he was just the confidence just oozing. They have just
Yeah.
kind of stopped like that. I mean, I just remember that game. I think they were playing UCLA. He was going off in the first half. And I'm like, we can get this off the bench going come tourney time. Like it's gonna be trouble. But I think they still got enough firepower to. I think they'll be able to still have enough off the bench to be able to, make up for it.
Yeah. No, I think it's definitely the name of the game is who can step up for us.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the name of the game is who can step up. I think Cadeau practically is going to have to be playing like 37, 38 minutes a game tournament time.
Yeah.
You're going to, you just said, and then Trey McKinney, he's going to have to step up, probably be a little more of a ball handler than he's used to. Lindenborg is going to be more of a ball handler or point forward. You're just going to have to try to find that guy that can initiate offense on a continuous basis. When things are kind of in a lull, and his explosiveness off the bench was, that's gonna be hard just to match. Period.
Yeah.
Yeah. So no, it's tough. It's tough, man. Yeah, it's unfortunate. Hate to see it, but like you said, he very well might miss a whole year, and then hopefully come back twice as good and ready to take the reins. So
For sure. Yeah, no, wish him the best and a speedy recovery. Um, so I think this will, if anything, see, I don't know, maybe we'll see kind of like when Zach Zenner went down for Michigan football. They was able to kind of have a guy, plug a guy in, rally around him,
mm-hmm.
and then just 'cause ultimately, you know, finish the job. So maybe this is kind of similar to that, to where they'll uh, yeah rally around him and make a deep run and get to that Final Four like we all expect.
Right.
Yeah, be curious to see how they finish out the regular season. They got Iowa. Be honest, I haven't heard a whole lot from Iowa this year. They typically can be a little feisty, but I do feel like didn't they fire a coach that was down there for like a super long time recently? I'm really
I
like
do think
spitballing.
he's
It's
going.
kind of bad, but I think I just don't think they've done a whole lot this year. So that might, um,
No, I'm sitting there looking at the record. They're 20-9, 10-8 in the Big Ten. I mean, they definitely could get
okay,
you.
for sure.
Um,
Yeah.
historically it is tough to play down there.
Yep.
But I think with just the like you said, the confidence that we're rolling in, I'm not, you don't want to look too far ahead of that state game, but I think with everything in the bag, you're kind of playing with house money. Um, we don't have to keep winning to get the number one overall seed because that's probably not coming anyway. Even if you lose one of these two games, you're going to lose the number one, getting a number one seed. I'm not sure if you would, especially with the Big Ten tournament around the corner. You win that, you're back up in the grabs.
Right.
So I think you can play loose, is what I'm trying to say. You can play loose and not have to really fear much. You take care of business, but not have to fear. You don't have, we got to win this shit to win the Big Ten because state's on our ass or
Hmm.
whatever. You can just go on your final road game of the regular season, wrap it up like you said, jump on them quick, and then move on to state. And then
Yeah.
I personally want to get I wouldn't mind just beating out state just for the hell of it. Put a bow tie on the season. Um, I'm not saying a complete ass whooping, but a very comfortable, 11 to 14 point sit
Be
back,
nice.
relax game. I wouldn't be mad at it at all.
Yeah. No, I mean, it'd be great for Dusty. I don't know, kind of felt like the moment was a little too big when playing state last year. Especially, kind of got into all the fights, just at the logo and everything. Just kind of looked a little like, I think, kind of like embarrassing from the Michigan side of things. But I think it'd be nice for him to, be able to get swept one year and sweep him like that next very year, just showing that. I mean, obviously, it means business, but I think that game, yeah, whether the teams is 29-0 or 0-29, I mean, you want to do what you can to just try to rack them wins up against them, especially because football is not great. Now they're a hockey school. There's a lot of like I see a lot of people I follow posting hockey scores that never did that before. So it's always good to just see.
He's a hockey
Um,
school.
yeah. So yeah, I think this is you can kind of really start to bridge that, widen that gap. Better not in the same class in football. Michigan's now a basketball school and a football school. State's not. Michigan's also a hockey school and a baseball school.
Yeah.
You, so I
You
just
hired a
think it'd
football
be,
coach who was running car washes in his locker room. Yeah.
yeah, you got,
Yeah.
got the guy who's going to bring the Wildcat way to East
Yeah.
Lansing.
No, he was
Um,
doing some weird shit in that locker room. He had some
Pretty
some
questionable stuff
some
going
Epstein.
on.
He had some Epstein shit happening in the locker
Yeah.
room.
Yeah. They're like, hey, bring him over. I'm like, all right,
Yeah, we'll
we'll
take
see.
him.
But yeah.
But no, man, we got a lot to talk. Many days to make fun of state's football coming up. But no, man, we in general, I don't know if you want to throw out a score prediction for either of these.
Let's do the
I think we
state
probably
one.
skip ahead and just do the state one if you wanted to.
Yeah, let's do the
Yeah,
state one. I'm gonna say
I'm gonna jump out and say 80 to 66.
okay. I was gonna say 84, 84, 70, 84, 71.
Yeah, I love it. And then that would put us at 29-2 heading into the Big Ten tournament.
Yeah.
I don't know how that math would work. You probably have to win what, 3 games to win the tournament.
I
2. I'm not
think
sure how it would work if you're a
I think
bye.
you get like a double bye.
Yeah, so 2 games,
So I
3.
think they wouldn't
Well,
play until like Friday.
yeah. So that'd be nice. Get a nice little cushion there, refreshed, and then you know jump on Purdue or whoever be beating us in that, that first round. So
Yeah. So yeah, no, it's an exciting time of the year. March Madness came up quick. So yeah, it's looking forward to now it's time for the stretch run. See what they made of. It's here already. But no, we'll shift gears and we'll talk about our Pistons for a little bit. I think I feel like Michigan and the Pistons been on kind of like the same wavelength. It's like either just mauling people or they've kind of been up and down a little bit. I will say the Pistons. I mean they've kind of been up and down a little bit out of the All-Star break. Um, not no, I'm tripping. They actually came out of the All-Star break pretty well. I think they're actually like a 6-1 without Isaiah Stewart, which is positive. I think some of the games starting to look a little ugly. I think
mhm.
starting with I think that Spurs game was a little tough to watch. It's for like the shooting side of things. Um, the Orlando game, even though they won, not hitting your first three until like halfway through the third quarter, I mean, you'll be down 20. You could be down 20 in a playoff game if that's going to be continue to be a trend. And I think once again, it was tough last night. They had the Cavs. I mean, they really were down three. Ironically, got Asar Thompson in the corner, wide open for a three. Misses it. They end up going down like five, end up losing by like seven. What do you think about the 3-point shooting, man? What are your thoughts just as far as what that's looked like? Is it too like is there a fix? I mean, what do you think?
Yeah, I think I think it's been an issue all year. It just hasn't. Now that we're entering crunch time and we're beginning to project ourselves as how good we are. It's not just like a flaw. It's not just like a thing we're noticing. It's like a red flag. It's a real flaw of the team. And I guess just being perfectly honest, neither one of us feel like we addressed it properly at the trade deadline. Kevin Herter's just been MIA. And we're still. It's not like we've fell off the face of the earth since then. We're just it's sloppy, like you said, and we're looking ahead of like, hey, it, the games that we're on when Cade a couple of weeks back when Cade's hitting 5 threes in a game, 7 threes in a game, like it was making up the lull in that. But it's like if Cade's not having one of them type of games, or if Duncan's not on, we're literally hitting 2 or 3 threes that night, 4 threes, and
Yeah.
that's just so. I think it is a major issue, and I don't think it's simple enough as just lean on what we're good at as far as in the points in the paint. Because, like you said, just the way the game's played now, teams that jump on you, and if you're hitting 4 threes versus a team hitting 18, you're going to lose most of the nights, regardless how many points in the paint you have.
Right.
So we can't make up the amount of possessions that not having a 3-point shot. So in general, man, I don't think it's a death wish for us necessarily. I don't think it's a death wish for us necessarily. I think it's just one of those we're gonna have to get hot, and people like Levert is gonna have to step up. Levert can hit the three. Kay's gonna have to continue to step up. Duncan,
Yeah.
yeah. So in general, man, it's a big
I'll-
issue. But I'm not ready to like throw it away yet because still, even within this law, we still jumped on the Knicks. We still got OKC. We beat a man down or two Cleveland. So we're still beating playoff perennial type teams. It's just
yeah.
the
Not
law, the law and low of it is scary.
Yeah, I think I'll say too, like I think it's a good thing, like it's a good thing the defense is so good. And I think they play like a type of style of basketball that like benefits them in the playoffs. Like I think, you know, I mean if you're able to find ways to get turnovers, it's kind of like get fast break points and if you can, if you maybe 4 or 20 from three, but you got 12 more fast break points than the other team, you might, I feel like there's other ways to steal steal points in a game. But I don't know. You kind of hope they might try to find somebody like a buyout option. I just looked, Chris Middleton's only shooting like 30% from three. So I don't, not that we expected him to kind of come in and do that and just kind of be like a sharpshooter. He's more just like a guy that can get his own shot. But I also say too, I think some of this stuff can kind of be like having to ride the wave with it too. I think Isaiah Stewart being back. I mean, he can shoot three ball decently. Gotta imagine Duncan Robinson's gonna. I mean, he's shooting around 40% right now, anyways. So I think he'll. I think guys have to find that rhythm. Cade, I just
Duncan. Remember at the beginning of the year when Duncan wasn't hitting shit, and we like
yeah,
that he'll revert back to the club upper 30s, lower
yeah,
40s, and it
yep,
happens. And now he might be in that big of a like you said. Now he's coming down off that high, and
yep,
we'll hit that momentum back up.
yep. So I don't know. So I think optimistically, just you hope that they're able to kind of ride a good wave. Because even like I don't know, I mean, K he can shoot three pretty well, but his is like it's like off the dribble, like kind of just heat check. Like can't really like depend on or rely on that a ton. That's not really his strong suit either. But I don't know. I mean, I think for me it wouldn't hurt. Can we see a little more of Sasser? I know Dennis Jenkins will shoot it pretty well too. Javante Green shoots it decent. So you just hope that maybe some of them guys got to band together and get you 3 or 4 a game. Duncan give you four, three, 2 or 3. Cade give you 1 or 2. I think you find a way to get 10 to 11 threes a game. I think that can get it done.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, it's never going to be on this constructed roster our strong suit. It's
Right.
can you pace it together? I made that same scenario about joking about if this was Michigan football, that'd be the pass force. Like we just need it on a strategic third down. We just need, we just need them 200 yards to keep them off our back. We don't, we just need that 8, 7 to 10, 11, 12 threes in the game. We're
Right.
not asking for you to be 2016 Golden State Warriors necessarily,
Yep.
but yeah, those type of additions, I think, are those just riding the waves on guys. And then you mentioned Isaiah Stewart. I think he's a solid 3-point shooter, but also on top of that, our heart and soul enforcer, clean up all the easy shit in the paint is getting out of there. He's gonna disrupt some things. He's gonna foul some people. He's gonna, he's an antagonizer. I
Yep.
mean, you take that out, that the team is gonna suffer a little bit anyway. I'm not, he might not hit that many more threes, but maybe he affects 2 more threes that the other team doesn't hit, and he gets 6 more rebounds, and you know, he just kind of re-energizes what we had going, and all the things kind of begin to pick back up. The defense ticks back up a little bit, so maybe the offense doesn't have to be as good. Those type of,
Hmm.
you look at that Cleveland game, 113 to 109, you're in that. Can Isaiah
Right.
Stewart make a 4-point difference? I think he can. I think, and that's not doing anything. So I put that game in the same one as the Spurs game where we lost by 11, but I think we hit 6 threes and they hit 18. It's like, even if they're not going to hit 18 threes that often.
Right.
And Mean says we're not going to hit 6 that often. So I think, we we are right there, man. It's just to clean up a couple of things, and then on top of that, just you got to ride your wave of your superstar. If Cade hits 6 threes, you're gonna win that game. If Ant hits 6 threes, the Timberwolves are winning. If
Right.
Kobe
No, for real. Yeah.
back in the day, they won that game. So I
Yeah.
think we gotta put it on his shoulders as well too, and you gotta get that MVP. You got people chanting your name and all that shit. That comes with the team ain't hit 4 threes all game, but now Cade had 5 threes in the second half. I think though that's
Good
what we're looking
point.
for. You
Yeah.
begin to separate yourself a little bit and take over this shit.
For sure. Yeah. No, it's a good call. And you hit it on the head. I think that is something to put in perspective. Losing to the Cavs by like 4. I think it's one thing if you're getting losing by like 15, 20, just because you can't shoot. But like I said, I think the fact that their defense is just so elite, they're able to kind of close the gap on teams and make up for it. And hell, you're averaging 10, 11, 12 blocks and steals a game. I mean, you're just finding ways to create offense in different ways that, you know, just kind of give you an advantage in other parts of the game. So as long as they're able to continue to do that, which I think they will, and I'm confident, I think they can play another team's game at least once and beat them, and I think they can grind out their own game at least 3 times in a playoff series. Like I think that's really what it comes down to. Like overall, it's like can you like yeah turn into like your type of fight or your type of style of play. But then, yeah, I mean, I think they can, if they got to go to the 110s with somebody, I think they can make that happen as well. Like, but I think they probably more comfortable in like the kind of old school 90-90, you know what I'm saying? Just like trying to really, a lot of points in the paint.
Yeah, I wonder
Just,
what is our points per game this year.
it's just like just over 100. Like, it's like 104,
Yeah,
105 or something
but
like that.
yeah, no, but and then we gotta. I mean, this is moving forward, but I mean, you sit around and look like there's just guys that are popping up out of nowhere. Like, what's the guys in San Antonio? His last name is Champagne, I think.
Champagne,
Like
yeah.
that dude, Champagne. He's a 3-point specialist. Every time I check the box score, no matter who they're playing, he's fucking 4 or 8, 5 or
Hmm.
12. Like, dude, you gotta find you one of them. You gotta find, they're out there. I think Cleveland got a guy that I never heard of until this
Sam
year. That
Merrill.
from California. I think he's from California, maybe. But
Got Sam
regardless, they're out
Merrill.
there. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, you're
Uh,
right, man. I think I don't know, but I'm like, damn, can you just put Herter out there to see what happens? Like, yeah, they ain't gonna leave him open. I think that's even
and
tough too.
yeah, I agree. We still can't. Yeah, you can't leave him open too often. I mean, he's shit. That's what he's only supposed to be to do. So I agree. Where is he at? Um, we got to get the Where Sam Herter merch going. We got to get
Yeah,
the or
yeah.
Kevin
Or,
Herter.
or free,
Yeah,
free, free Beasley. But something really going on
free
because he
Beasley.
went on ahead and just um he went on ahead and just signed with a team overseas.
Hmm.
So
I didn't realize that.
yeah, I think that door might be shut at least for this season. But yeah, no, I think
Uh, I'm sure. I'm sure he just did a 1 year deal though, so he can come back
yeah,
if he's relieved. But I mean, that makes you wonder who the fuck would even sign him over there if they think he's cheating and throwing games. But
right,
um,
yeah, yes, no, I think
yeah, no, we're in a great spot. It's tough. It's tough when you're
mhm,
losing these games by just couldn't hit the side of a barn. Like
for sure, and I think it's a good time too to where like we got what about 25 games left, so we got some time to let some guys get hot, shoot, get out these slumps
mm-hmm.
collectively. And yeah, like I said, I think we can find a way to muster 10 to 12 threes a game. I think that's plenty. Like you said, yeah, might Cade might have to put the cape on a couple times. I keep forgetting about Unk. He can shoot through a little bit. Got to have some guys just start knocking them down when the defense wants to start to pack the paint, try to keep Cade out of there. Start trapping and sending extra guys, stuff like that. So
Right. Yeah, because that's the key. Because he can't, like you said, if they back to what it was 2 years ago. If you when we had nobody out there with him, they just collapsing on him, trip double teaming him. Yeah, it was
yep.
just yeah. Uh,
Yeah, not saying
no, I'm
both.
looking here. It just don't seem right, man. I just factored on too. According to this, the Pistons score 117 points a game.
117. What? I thought I saw something that they said they're like
I'm,
105. Maybe like
I'm
an
on
offensive rating.
I'm on Stat Muse right now.
Wow. Okay. Maybe what I saw was offensive rating. I thought it was just like 100 or 400 or 5.
I
I
would
don't
have
know
never guessed.
for that. Yeah.
Yeah,
I wouldn't have guessed 10, 15 extra points a game. Um, yeah, so I mean, like I said, it might just be
yeah,
a little stretch here. Got cold. I think they find a way to, like I said, turnovers, fast break, getting in the paint. Like they got I think Bickerstaff will have guys in a good position to be successful and get to that second round like we need them to. So, or win a
right. No, I'm
win a
feeling pretty
home
good about
playoff
it,
game.
and that'd be nice. I want to
Yeah,
be in there too. But no, we in a great spot, man. I think when I want to say we're playing for house money because I want to win some playoff games, but I mean, we got that cushion in the East.
yep,
We got we're sitting pretty good.
yeah,
It's
definitely.
it's it's a luxury to be to feel this way about a team that's good. I'll say that.
No, for real. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, not a whole lot of not a whole lot of concern. Got plenty of season left. Yeah, I think from here, is looking forward to seeing what Michigan does this weekend. I'm looking forward to see how the Pistons just kind of adapt and go about their business from here. And yeah, be back with y'all. Probably talk a little Lions, first time in a long time. Talk a little Lions next week, depending how free agency goes. Might not be worth a conversation depending how free agency goes. But we want to wish David Montgomery the best. We will say that the tone setter, one of the guys, this very pivotal player in the Lions turnaround. I'd say came in and held it down until Gibbs turned into what he is now. Um, so yeah, wishing the best. Graham Glasgow, Michigan man,
Great
was
service. Yeah.
released last about I think a couple days ago. Yeah, once again, we also want to wish LJ Kaysen speedy recovery. Um, yeah, go blue, go Pistons, go Lions. We'll be back with y'all next week.
Sir, peace.